This year, cryptocurrencies are experiencing a crisis not only in the form of a drastic decline in their value, but also in terms of the image. The Terra Luna project, which collapsed in May, then Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, BlockFi, and so on. You can find lists of the lenders that are having trouble on the internet. All this undermined trust in the broad market and made the community think more about the real risk in relation to other projects, including stablecoins. So, who's going to be next? As those questions came up, many immediately pointed at Tether. At the moment, it seems to be too hasty to a conclusion, and it is difficult to imagine such a situation. But the collapse of UST gave many cryptocurrency users a lot to think about. Meanwhile, on June 13th, EuroCoin, which is a stablecoin based on the European currency, made his debut. So what exactly is this project? What are his goals? And how safe it is? Well, right now, let's roll a short intro and then I will provide the answers. So at the beginning, a few words for those who do not know what stablecoins are. So these are digital currencies linked to a stable reverse asset, such as the US dollar or gold, and now also the euro. So they are designed to reduce volatility against cryptocurrencies that are not backed by other assets, such as Bitcoin. So it is usually stablecoins where speculators run with their profits when they want to stay in the game without withdrawing funds from the exchanges and wait for the BTC or ETH discount. So in the top 10 of cryptocurrencies with the highest capitalization according to CoinMarketCap, we currently have as many as 3 stablecoins. The third place is Tether, the USDT, approximately $65.5 billion capitalization. Fourth place is USD coin, USDC, which has approximately $55 billion capitalization. And the sixth place is Binance USD, BUSD in short, which has approximately $17.5 billion capitalization. So now let's get back to the main topic. The EuroCoin is a project that started on June 13th this year. It is based on Ethereum blockchain as an ERC20 token. It was issued by Circle under the same full reserve model as USD coin. So the assumptions are the same, i.e. creating a stable token that will be 100% secured in euro with the possibility of exchanging it one-to-one to European currency. So Circle has plans to introduce EuroC to the world's leading blockchains to provide broad ecosystem support and interoperability. So currently, EuroC is available on Bitmart, Bitpanda and HitBTC exchanges, and soon it is also expected to appear on Binance US, Bitget, Bitmark, Bitstamp, Blockchain.com, Bybit Compound, Curve, Huobi Global and also FTX. So it is already supported by wallets such as Ledger, MetaMask and MetaMask Institutional, and custody service providers such as Anchorage Digital, Cybervo and Fireblocks. But let's move on to the most important question. Is EuroCoin safe? So, Circle announced in a press release that EuroC is fully secured by reserves dominated in euro, held with leading financial institutions, including Silvergate Bank in the US. So to make these words more credible and to reduce the uncertainty that has arisen in the market after the collapse of the UST, on July 14th, the company released its first monthly report on USDC reserve asset held in the so-called vault as of June 13th, 2022. So it shows that the USDC reserve is held exclusively in cash and 3-month US Treasury bonds. And the report aims to ensure that Circle stablecoins are liquid and 100% safe. In the case of USDC, the total stablecoin reserve are $55.7 billion, of which more than 42 billion is in government bonds and 13.5 billion is in cash. So this amount coincides with the USDC capitalization data provided by CoinMarketCap, and Circle also provided a complete list of USDC reserve custodians. So it sounds plausible. And then Jeremy Fox-Geen, Circle Chief Financial Officer, also said that since USDC's launch in 2018, Circle has been certified monthly by third-party and market-leading accounting firms on reserve adequacy and composition. In addition, it was ensured that all regulations required by the regulators were complied with. For EuroC, a similar report as for USDC is to appear at the end of August 2022, and the authenticity of the presented data is to be supervised by independent auditors, including well-known Grant Thornton LPP. And so, admittedly, the world has had long wait for a project like EuroC, given that the euro is the second most traded currency in the world after the US dollar, and there is certainly a clear need for a digital currency denominated in euro. But you have to remember, however, that Circle is a regulated company, and that while everything looks beautiful, all sunshine and rainbows, we have audits, reports, etc., you can have a great sense of security that this project will actually provide us with stability. We need to pay attention to this fact that the closer to the regulation, the closer we are to the fiat currencies, the further to the main concept of cryptocurrencies, i.e. decentralization. Saying this, I want to raise the topic of another stablecoin of the same company, i.e. the USDC, which I mentioned a minute ago, which has already been confirmed by several cases of coin freezing on several wallets for various reasons related to the violation of international or local, in this case, law. And while it is difficult to say that it would happen to you as an investor or your company, because cooperation on these issues between countries is rather negligible, you can read on the internet that official offices have a hard time blocking someone else's funds abroad, and overall, if someone seriously breaks the international law, then should meet such a fate. But as we know, various situations happen in life, especially when running an international business, and such a digitized currency would certainly make the work of the enforcement authorities much easier. Governments are coming up with new, more complicated tax codes and rules, and many times it all depends on the law interpretation, and if we have some dispute between us and your tax bureau, this kind of solution cannot protect you from blockade of funds. But this is such a small digression, so that it does not sound too perfect. We all know that if you do everything correctly, you do not have to be afraid of anything, right? And finally, looking for a further positive from, for example, the Fall of UST project, it can be said that this event contributed positively to greater care for reserves and increased economic transparency of project towards the community, which hopefully will soon become a standard, not just a temporary gesture of goodwill. And so tell me guys, what are your thoughts? What is your approach to this project? Do you think this is kind of a Trojan horse in cryptosphere, or something that the crypto community will benefit from? It certainly has a lot of pros, but yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching, and till next time.